Hello, everybody. Welcome. I am so excited that you have chosen to hang out with me this evening. Hold on, I'm just going to adjust real quick. My name is Kira King, and I started this group, Soul Code Awakening. It used to be Ascension for the Modern Mystic, a little, about a year ago. And I'm really excited that you're here. You're going to be learning a lot this evening. When you're jumping on, please comment hello. Let me know who you are. Let your community know who you are. And please drop your intention and what you want to bring in for right now. I'm not, not about the new year and all of that, but drop an intention below. So I'm just kind of waiting for everybody to get on. If you are new to hanging out with me, my name is Kira King. I'm a psychic, spiritual life and business coach, energy healer, and I thought it would be fun. Yesterday I was just super inspired. I was just kind of like, hanging out, listening to my higher self, and I got this nudge. I was like, I want to see if people want to learn how to use their spiritual gifts and use their energy to forecast their year. And you guys said, yes, let's do this. So we're doing it. We're doing the thing. This is going to be very organic and flowy. So if you're jumping on, please say hello, comment. Participation is going to be key this evening. The reason being is because, one, we get to learn from one another. Two, I am here to answer any questions and walk you through this process. Essentially, you're going to be exercising. Hi, guys. Thanks for jumping on. Essentially, you're going to be exercising your clairsenses. You're going to be merging with your higher self. Thank you, Cassandra. Hello. Being easy on myself and not being afraid to take big steps into my bakery business. Yes. Thank you. Hi, Chelsea. Hi, Amanda. Jen says, my intention is to figure out exactly where to focus my spiritual gifts to help others and myself. Awesome. Hey, Cheryl. I don't think I want to start a spiritual business, but I do want to learn how to bring more of my soul's purpose into my photography business. That's huge. I also want to focus more on self-healing. Thanks for doing this. You're welcome. Candy, taking a step back and plan my business and trust the universe will provide for me. Yes, absolutely. You guys, this is really big stuff. And what you're going to be learning this evening, hey Ray, thanks for coming on. I know that people are just, going to be jumping on. I'm going to say hi. We're officially probably going to start in a couple of minutes, and we are going to be starting with just tuning our bodies, tuning our minds, settling in. I know some of you guys may have had a really late night this evening, or last night, so thanks for coming on and joining with me. I did ask you to bring a thanks, you guys, for dropping your intentions. Come on, say hello, drop your intention for the new year. Share with us in the comments below. I did ask you to have some water. I have my water, drinking out of a giant mason jar, some paper, a pen, and a piece of I'm going to be using, and snacks. You might need snacks. I don't know if you might get hungry or something. I don't know. So I put snacks in there because you never know. So I'm going to jump back into Jocelyn to set up her energy flow authentically with her purpose for her clients, showing while launching a new program for her business. Awesome. Stanza, choosing self-support rather than sabotage. That's big. Thank you for sharing. Let the dragons out. Carla, time to let the dragons out and really get in touch with people with dragon energies. Absolutely. Really great stuff that you're doing, Carla. I want to learn what my gifts are. Welcome, Casey. Welcome, Tracy. And if I didn't say hi to you, hey, Sil, just let me know. Say hello below, and and I'll get to you if there are any questions. So just some like quick little disclaimers. One, everybody is in a different stage of growth, okay? Some of you are going to easily connect to the information this evening. Some of you it's going to be a stretch, and you're really going to be like, what the heck is she saying? Or maybe it's going to be just a walk in the park for you. How this process goes, you're going to be opening your clair senses. If you're just jumping on, say hello. Share with us what your intention is for the year. And if you don't know it, hopefully you're going to gain some clarity this evening. So you're going to be, this process I'm going to lead you through, you're essentially going to be working with your higher self, and I am going to easily lead you into your psychic energy so that way you have a really good feeling. This is how I do timeline readings, and you guys, it is kind of a stretch, but this is how I do timeline readings for my clients, for the collective consciousness. When you guys see me do energy readings, thank you guys so much for sharing your intentions and exercising with me. But the core of all of what we're practicing this evening is getting in touch with your higher self, letting your higher self speak through you, getting out of our own way, and leaning into the universal forces of how your energy in connection with the collective energy. And at the end of this, I've decided I am going to do a live channeling for you guys. So I'm going to tap into the collective energy. I haven't gone into this, so anything that's going to be coming out is just me looking at the energy from this point in time and bringing forward information after each individual, after we all do our forecasting. So I'm going to go back to the comments, and then we are going to get started. I know that we're in different time zones, so some of you might be a little tired, so we're not going to rush, but I'm being mindful of our time. Daniel, more business growth and finding inner peace. Awesome. Thank you, Daniel and Delaney. Terry, my intention for my business is to really step into my soul work without fear, doubt, and lack, and have some structure planned. Open my heart to abundance in business, life, wealth, happiness. Oh, and to quit your full-time job. Yes. Good. Hey, David. Hey, Clara. Amy, focus on opening her gifts, and I want to find my way. Perfect. Thank you for sharing. I want to hone in, Jody, tame the energies and know where they're coming from, ability to answer questions of potential clients. I want to do this as a business, one-on-one or group retreat, probably both. I intend to invite abundance and focus in helping others with my gifts. Thank you, Carson. Abundance, love, money, prosperity to enable me to continue to help others. You guys, this is beautiful stuff. What's amazing is hopefully this process will help you this evening. Excuse me, my nose is running. This process will help you because you can take what you're going to learn tonight and really receive information. So I'm going to take a drink of water. And we're going to get started. So to begin, I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to take your right hand and place your right hand over your heart, and take your left hand and place your left hand on the low belly, just like your navel right here. Okay? So to officially begin, right hand on your heart. Some of you guys are just coming on. We're officially getting started now. Left hand on the low belly. Close your eyes. Taking a deep inhalation in through the nose. Exhale, let the shoulders drop away from the ears. Just allowing the day to fall away from the forefront of your mind. Any expectations you may have or projections you may have towards yourself for this new year, let it go. Giving yourself permission to connect to the space between the left and right eye, the brow space, the command center, your third eye. Focusing on a white light in front of the brow space, inviting this light into the third eye, the command center. Taking a deep belly breath in, connecting the breath to the left hand and the right hand. Your breath settling the body, the nerves, feeling into the back heart space. Gently open your lips, exhaling through the mouth. Taking our awareness again to the space between the left and right eye. I want you to now visualize a flight of stairs. From the brow space, you walk up a flight of stairs, and at the top of the flight of stairs is you. It's this highest version of you, the you which is already inside. We're just making a conscious connection here. Take his or her hand and walk him or her down the flight of stairs, inviting the energy of the higher self into the command center, the brow space. Asking the higher self to naturally and easily activate your spiritual gifts in the left hemisphere of the brain. Asking the higher self and the energy of your higher self to activate your spiritual gifts in the right hemisphere of the brain. Coming to the space between the left and right hemisphere of the brain, the pineal gland, asking the energy of your higher self to access, open, deliver, and flow your spiritual gifts through the chakra system, the main energy centers of your body, through each cell of your being. Allow your body to respond and open as you're feeling more calm, relaxed, and anchored into your essence. Taking a deep inhalation where your left and right hand is positioned on your body. Exhale fully through the mouth. Take several natural breaths in your own way, and when you're ready, open your eyes. So now that we are feeling very calm and centered, and we have allowed ourselves to connect to the energy of our higher self, we called that in. We called in our higher self. Our higher self knows what to do. We don't have to really think about it. So our higher self is activating the energy between the left and right hemisphere of the brain, as well as the pineal gland, flowing that energy, the energy and the activations of our spiritual gifts through the entire chakra system. Now your chakra system is, there are, I usually teach between 7 and 22 main chakra points. We're not going to get into that this evening, but what matters is you called in the energy to flow through your main energy centers. So now that we have settled our energy, and how does everyone feel? Let me know. How do you feel from that, from just that little, guidance to settle in? Let me know how you're feeling right now. I know I definitely feel more expansive, more connected. And anytime you go into a sacred space of opening to your higher self, opening to accessing higher consciousness, you want to clear yourself. We want to get out of our head, and it just takes a couple of moments. It truly does. It takes a couple of moments. She's I'm crying for some reason as we did the centering. Good, that's okay. Thank you for sharing. Calm. Hi, everyone. Feeling relaxed, connected, centered. Thank you guys. Feeling relaxed and connected. Amazing. Good. Thanks, Delaney. So if you will take your warm, good. If you'll take your writing utensil, your piece of paper, I want you to make a grid. So can everyone see that? So this is a little grid, and there's 12 squares here. So you're going to draw like 2 to create 3 columns, and then, so 2 lines down, excuse me, and then 3 across, and that's going to give you a grid of 12. And this is just going to represent your 12 months or 12 calendar year that we all use. We can take this, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. Anyway, so to keep it simple, I want you to take your pen and paper, and I want you to make a grid that looks like mine. So 2 columns, or 2 lines down, creating 3 columns, and then 3 lines across, creating 4 rows. Yeah, welcome, Lauren. So let me know, comment below when you are done with that first little exercise. We're still connected to our higher self. From moving forward, I am going to be taking you guys through, we're going to pop in and out. We're going to pop into our inner guidance, our inner knowing. I'm going to lead you through more visualizations and energy activations, and I am going to be leading you in such a way that you're going to be channeling through, thank you guys, channeling through your hands, through the written word, if you will, and accessing the energy of the next 12 months. Thank you guys. Let me know when you're done. I'm just going to chat so you know the direction we're headed before we get into it. What matters here is when we are broadcasting our energy out, we're creating a very grounded space and anchoring into our soul plane again. So our higher self is the connection to our soul, and that's really what we're doing. And we're getting out of our way, because sometimes the mind is like, oh well, I want these certain things to manifest or happen in my life, but really what we're going to learn this evening, it seems like most of you guys are done. That's essentially what I'm starting to feel. So we're going to move forward. So if you want to, you can label 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 if you want to take it that far, or you're just going to know, okay, this is January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. However you want to do this. So if your left brain needs that, I invite you to, label 1, 2, 3, for the first, second, third month into the 12th, but whatever you feel you need. But we are officially going to get started. Now, the first thing is, I don't want you to think. We're gonna put thinking on the back burner. We're more allowing ourselves to access flow, even if it doesn't make rational sense. Yeah, you'll be able to watch this again, Chrissy. Even if this doesn't make rational sense, you're going to use this grid as a way to kind of match up, okay, what's going on in my life, and how can I use this to my advantage for my spiritual growth, for my physical activities. If you're a spiritual entrepreneur, you can definitely use this in your business, as well as your emotional and mental growth as well. So with your paper out in front of you, I have mine on a clipboard. I am going to ask you to take your pen, pencil, marker, crayon, whatever you have, to keep it in your right or left hand, your dominant hand that you write with. Keep it in your right hand, close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out. Relax the shoulders down. Now we have chakras or energy centers in the palms of our hands. And the arms and hands are extensions from the heart chakra. Going back to the energy and the awareness and focus between the left and right eye. Allow the energy of the higher self, that stream of light consciousness, to spread through the heart center, channel down into the right or left hand, but the hand in which is holding your writing utensil. Ask your higher self to merge with the ink you're using, to soften your mind, to open your heart as we move forward. So we're going to go month by month here to make it simple. So I want you to, again, don't think, just feel into the first month, January. You're going to use your emotional intelligence, the connection between your higher self and how your higher self can connect to your emotions to give you information. So in the first week of January, the first 2 weeks, allow the energy around the ears, the halo around your head to naturally open and receive any sensations, feelings, or keywords that may be coming to mind. And ask your higher self, what do I need to know? Or what is coming up for me the first 2 weeks of January? So after you make connection, take your pen to your paper in that first square, that first box. And you're going to write down any keywords. Again, you're not thinking, you're essentially channeling here. So the first 2 weeks. Now let me know when you guys are done. We're gonna go month by month, and this is gonna be picking up because this might seem kind of like a fast process, but one of the biggest issues my students have, especially when they're practicing their spiritual gifts, it doesn't matter if it's in their business or their personal life, it's they're trusting what's coming through. So I want you to just quickly write down what's coming through, and it doesn't have to make sense. So for me, I got red, the color red, passion, and receive. So, and I'm going to tell you how this is going to correlate a little later on after we channel our information. So we're going to move into the last portion of the last month of January. And I want you to feel now into your body. And ask your body in the month of January, the later part of January, ask your body for sensations and where you can focus your energy. So if you are if you're familiar with the chakra system, there's 7. I got nothing, can't connect to my higher self. So Amber, what I want you to do is I want you to follow the direction that I'm sharing right now. So I want you to ask your body to connect to any sensations, the sensations around your chakra system. So the main midline of your energy field, and ask for the body to give you information or sensations. Now, this is going to be what the area in your personal life that you can focus on. So what I want you to close your eyes, calm, and let your body talk to you just through feeling sensation, little pulses. So you're training yourself to pay attention to the subtle body energy field. Now it's going to be easier if you're doing this with your eyes closed, because when your eyes are closed, it takes you inward. You're more receptive to your feminine energy. Your feminine energy is actually how we are opening up to our spiritual gifts. So our feminine energy is more of that feeling. So simplicity, your heart's coming through. That's perfect. Thank you, Tiffany. Good. Okay, so you guys are starting to get some information. Share with me below. We're going to move into February. So I might be talking with my eyes closed. I don't mean to be rude. It's just kind of how I'm reading your guys' energy at the same time as channeling for myself. So as we're moving into February, I want you to kind of feel into the month of February, feeling into, okay, does it feel constricting? Does it feel opening? We're going into the first, I'm breaking this down 2-week increments, because usually our stages of growth is going to be in 2 weeks through the lunar cycles. Use the winter winds cold time to travel. Perfect. So Candy's channeling. So you guys are listening to your higher self. You're opening January. Open, schedule, relax. Perfect. Good. Great guidance. Because, you know, oftentimes we get so much in our heads. We're like, what should we be doing? What's my purpose? What am I, what am I here to do this week? So this is you learning how to tap into your own flow and rhythm in life. So, moving into the first half of February, I want you to kind of feel into it. Feeling, again, I'm talking with my eyes closed on purpose. So feeling into the first, part of January. Does it feel opening or constricting? If it feels opening, I want you to notice where that feels in your body. And if it feels constricting, make note of that. David, relax, growth, flow, connect, hum, vibration, good. So it looks like you have, you know, first part is going to be a more masculine energy, and next is going to be more feminine, receptive in your creating. Amber, work on. Thank you, Erin. Great guidance there. I appreciate that. So as you're moving into the month of February, allow, taking this a little further, close your eyes, and we're going to turn on, I want you to envision that in front of the left and right eye socket is like a little TV screen, like a little screen. I want you to ask your higher self to turn on the screen in front of your brow space. Okay? Don't think about it. Just do it. Let the energy flow. To take this a step further, I want you to think about white light above your head, and inside that white light are tiny little keys, like little skeleton golden keys that are coming and flowing through the pineal gland, through the back of the left and right hemisphere of the brain, through the back and, to the front of the left and right hemisphere of the brain, unlocking this screen in front of your eyes. Perfect, Delaney. What if you have a distinctive shape? Draw it. If you are getting shapes or colors, I'm going to tell you what to do with that. So if you are receiving shapes or colors, just put it in the comments and we'll go into that. So activating the screen in front of you, you may feel sensation with the activation. Again, you guys were going really, really fast here. The reason being is because the energy has shifted so much on the planet that we're able to move a little bit quicker. Rainbows, perfect. Chelsea, write that down. So in the first, so we're activating more of our clairvoyance here and the ability to forecast. So first half of February, ask the screen in front of your brow space to show you images feelings, and gift you ideas from your higher self and what you can bring in, or what you should know in the month of February, the first 2 weeks. If you're more of a channeler, you do better with writing. Pink explosion as I asked to turn on the screen. Cool, good job. Thanks for sharing with me. Red and yellow, black snakeskin patterns. That's good, Jen. That's a good sign. First couple weeks we're getting into this here. We're going to be moving into the last part of February. And I want you to, again, kind of lean into your back body. Notice the energy running along the spine, asking your higher self, your body, to give you sensations of around the last part of February. What am I going to be working through? What am I going to be breaking down, decomposing? Again, all of this is just like, what do I need to know? Where am I? Because in a way, the way that your multidimensional energy works is, and what we're doing, you guys, is more of like a fourth dimensional, lower fifth dimensional energy work here. We're moving into the fourth dimension. That's moving between time and space. We're using our command center. Everything is accessed through the mind. And then we're filtering this through. So what's coming up for you, sensation body-wise, through the last 2 weeks of February? Opening, flowing, throat bright, world grips. It begins. Keep trying, Amber. It's okay. It doesn't, if you're connecting to this, that's great. If you're not, it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you, okay? So, moving into the third month, March, I want you to think again, groups, people, perfect, great. All of this is also going to help you with manifestation. Cold chills and spine. Okay. That's usually going to be your feminine energy. Again, you guys, please share below. And usually the first 6 months is going to be easier to tap into, so make sure you stay online with me, because I'm going to be guiding you a little bit differently through the next half of the year, because usually that is where there's a little bit more change and shifting going on. So getting into the third month of March, I want the direction here. You activated your screen. I want you to now drop your awareness into your solar plexus, your gut energy. Candy, challenging ego and anxiety. Use yoga 2 times a week to move it out. Perfect. So some of you guys are getting frame with a woman inside. Wow. Okay. I would go deeper into that. Daily, I hope I'm saying your name right. So as we're moving into the month of March, I want you to take your awareness deeper into the solar plexus. This is the energy field between the heart and the, arrow, red, tree, mom, cold. So you might be processing some information. So interesting enough, I'm getting heart stuff too in February. Hold your ground. So what's interesting is there might be some crossover as far as a theme, and the more that we share our experiences, we're seeing how the collective energy is going to be running for us as well. So moving into March, taking your awareness to the solar plexus, the space between the navel and your heart center, take that stream of light dropping down into the solar plexus. Now again, I want you to visualize your higher self. I want you to visualize that higher part of you stretching out through the organs, just light pouring through the front part of your digestive system, light pouring through the back part of your back body, expanding through your sides. And this is where the mental plane really is governed. The mental plane is actually governed through the solar plexus, but it's processed through the brain, the mind. So taking your awareness and staying connected with your solar plexus, this is where I want you to imagine these little tiny cords, kind of like if you were wearing a pair of earbuds, connecting down into the energy of the solar plexus energy, okay? There's a lot of fire and opening and power in this place. And from here, you're going to start listening. So listening to your gut and this space, ask your power center in March, how can I move forward? And I'll ask the energy to shoot up to the screen above and in front of the brow space. And channel that onto the paper. Now feel deeper into the energy of March. What's coming through for you? What may you need to navigate? What's coming through for you in March? Notice how month to month the energy is starting to change, okay? And you can feel into that. Write down the keywords that your higher self is giving you. Thank you, Christy. February, a whitish blue light, Lady Liberty, flame, egg, green, budding leaves, front, heartbeat, central spine. Moving into the energy of the later part of March. Now I want you to start visualizing yourself walking through January, walking through February, walking through March, and you see your higher self, and you envision your higher self mirroring you. So you are looking at you, and your palms come forward. You're touching palm to palm, forehead to forehead, nose to nose, belly to belly with you. The solar plexus of your higher self merges with your solar plexus now, pulling in light from your higher self into the solar plexus. Ask your higher self, what steps do I need to take at the end of March for my highest path? And write that down at the end of March. Moving into April. So in a way, we're kind of activating ourselves as we're, through this exercise. Moving into April, you're going to take your focus on the feet. So taking your awareness to your left foot and your right foot, you're going to be focused on your 9th chakra, okay? I don't expect you to know where your 9th chakra is, but it's the energy field below your left and right foot, anchored into the earth energy, helps you as we're getting, broadcasting a little bit further. We're going to need to activate and open our 9th chakra. So the energy field underneath your feet, I want you to take your awareness down below, about 2.5 feet below the left and right foot. Below you, I want you to see a green light, like an emerald green light, and put your feet in this green light, and this green light begins to wrap itself around you, encoding you with knowledge and wisdom as you're moving forward on your path in 2020. Now bring forward your intention for 2020, and ask your higher self, the energy wrapping around you right now from your 9th chakra as you're opening even more. Ask the energy from your higher self for the month of April how can I move forward? More of the how, the actions. We're going to pull up some actions for April. So as we're in the month of April, again, if you want, share in our comments, but we're more connecting to our intention here. So what are you pulling through? And again, what is your body sensing and feeling through the month of April? What comes up? And hopefully you're connecting to the 9th chakra. As we're moving forward, we're doing little activations along the way, up and out. Okay, is that up and out? I have a feeling that's more of like an energetic shift for you, like literally like an energy body shift for you. I am doing a little bit of reading. Sorry, Jody. But moving into the later part of April, I want you to ask now, how can I release fear? Set the foundation, keep the course, stay grounded, rooted in your purpose. Good. Good. Now we are so deeply connected to our higher self right now, you guys. So into the later part of April, ask your body, where can it open? Where can your body open in the later part of April going into May? And write that. I can open here. Calm, ease, move forward one step at a time with confidence. Awesome, Amy. Thank you. Hello. Hey, Tonya, or Tanya. April, build and diligence. Thank you, Brittany. Perfect. So we're getting into May now. So May, we're going to stay connected with the energy, but now you're going to connect the energy between your solar plexus as well as the 9th chakra, the energy below the feet. We're connecting to an emerald green color. So I want you to, again, close your eyes, take your awareness into the 3rd chakra. This is the space, again, between the heart space and your navel, your personal power center. And really, when we're showing up, we want, and when we are anchoring to our higher self and opening the energy to our higher planes, we want to move through this way. Most of us, it's really easy to connect in the upper chakras, but for now, we're going to open up through our core. So in the energy of May, I want you to kind of think of yourself walking into spring, and I want you to visualize your higher self actually walking out of your core. And your higher self, see your higher self in the first 2 weeks of May. What is he or she doing? What is the vision? Coming back to the screen in front of your brow space, what is the vision that your higher self is giving you for May? For the first 2 weeks and then moving into the last 2 weeks of May. From your core space, seeing your higher self walk out in front of your core into the second part of May. What is the direction from your higher self? So what is coming through? What are the words coming through? What are the sensations and feelings for May? So if I'm going too fast for you guys, let me know. Let me know where you're at. Let me know if I'm going too fast, too slow. Give me some feedback, please. Creation, birth, expansion. Awesome. walking, lofty, floating, brown stone, sun, leaves, warmth. Thank you. So now we're going to start forecasting into the later part of the year. We're getting into June now. Flowing, freedom. I am dancing in a field of flowers, flowing towards the ocean. Walking into yard, flowers growing, gardening. Some of you guys are getting like a lot of flowy energy. I saw a stream of water, a little drip. Yellow, flying a bird. Twirling in a field of flowers, genuine smiling. For a second half of May, I got a negative experience. No, it's okay. Humor, joy, confidence. If you are getting, you know, some of the anxiety or dense feelings around your forecasting, this is still information for you to know, okay, you're going to be working through something, and that's part of the purpose of this exercise. Because our higher self is giving us the information and the confirmation that you are going to be able to work through this, and this is coming up in your path, okay? So we're going to move into June. We're going to stay connected to our solar plexus, okay, our personal power area. Close your eyes. Take your awareness down into the solar plexus. Feeling the guidance, the inner knowing, the safety, security, and wisdom of your higher self. Ask your higher self for directions around what can I be creating in the month of June. So as we're connected to the energy of June, pull all the information through. What can you be creating? May, another face, calm, wise, sitting, meditating amongst trees, against trees, tree bark. So a lot of tree medicine for you, David. For May, I got floating out of space. So cosmic energy. Chelsea, I do have some trauma coming up, which is good. I know I will be processing it. Yeah, thank you. Flowers, freedom. Tanya, rainbow circles, bird. Flies over water. Wonderful, you guys. So moving into the later part of June, I want you to feel into your body. What's coming up for processing in June for you? Awesome. New clients for new program, June. Wearing white. Magic, dreams. Jody, water, large boat, white sun. Fast, active, busy. I got vivid visions of my workspace. Beautiful. This is really great stuff, you guys. Into July. We're going to be moving into July now. In my experience, again, usually the first 6 months are a little bit easy. We're going to see how this goes. But we're going to stay connected to our solar plexus, okay? Closing your eyes, taking your energy and your focus and your awareness into the solar plexus. Now here you're going to allow the energy of the solar plexus chakra, visualizing an expansive white light through the torso, shooting down through the legs, shooting up into the heart, out through the arms, out and up through the crown. Your whole body is illuminated. Now here you're going to activate this at the cellular level, asking all of your cells, your DNA, your RNA to open up at the molecular level, to absorb the guidance from your higher self. Asking your higher self in June, what can I embody? And let that flow through you. Moving into the second part of July. Same question here. Illuminating and activating your DNA, your RNA, with the energy of your higher self flowing through your core, up and out through your body. Ask yourself again through the later part of July, what can I embody? And let me know where you guys are at. Bright yellow ball of sunlight, like looking at a sun. Mushrooms, flower of light, geometry. A DNA disassembly and reassembling new structures. Good. Perfect. So we're moving into August. I want you to take your awareness now to the back of the heart space. In the back of the heart space, imagine in the back of the heart space there's these tiny little white butterflies just fluttering around the back of the heart, maybe landing on the back of your skin. And each little butterfly that touches the back of your heart space opens your heart energy, and you open to receive, and nothing more but to receive. These butterflies swirl around you and are clearing the back of your heart space. Feeling into this openness, ask the back of your heart space to open up even more. Asking the back of your heart, what can I receive? And how can I act? So taking action in the month of August. So write down receive and action. So much love. Keep going forward. Perfect. So action and receiving in August. Feel into what, when you can be more receptive. Is that going to be more that first part of the month, or is it going to be better for you to focus on receiving towards the later part of the month? Same with action. Now let your higher self, give you direction here, because action and receiving, it's that ebb and that flow. We're constantly, moving in between those two spaces. So ask yourself for the month of August, when is it time to act and when is it time to receive? September, before. Good. So September. Those of you who are using this forecasting for business too, let your higher self speak to you more. But it is all relative, okay? Moving into September, take your awareness again to the solar plexus. And I want you to envision any heaviness that your body has been holding. Let your higher self show up inside your body. Pull out any chains, any blocks, any resistance towards your higher path. Now let your higher self come through, envisioning your higher self just clearing out the body with light. So you can envision little hands just scooping out any resistance in the torso, in the hips, in the knees, the ankles, the lower extremities. Let your higher self push out any resistance from your higher path, pushing out any toxins through the bottoms of the feet into the earth plane, connecting to the highest path for September, the first 2 weeks of September. Ask your higher self to give you information, sensations, and knowledge about the first half of September. Now feeling into those same aspects, those same parts in the body, feeling into the later part of September. As you've released resistance, what do you need to know for the last part of September? Healed, cleaned, wound closing. Beautiful, Jody. Awesome. Thank you for sharing, you guys. So the later part of September, what comes through? Again, it can be sensation, it can be shapes, it can be colors. And again, we don't have to make sense of everything that's coming through. This is very organic. And the parts of you that you are exercising as you move forward, this is going to be able to help you in your blueprints. October, we're almost done, you guys. So for October, I want you to take your focus again. We're focusing in the lower chakra system now as we're forecasting, which you guys, if you're connecting to this, great job. If you have questions, fast, white butterfly flying out of my mouth, tingly lips, my higher self vision got brighter and I feel excitement and healing. Good. August, the dragon and then the whale. Awesome power animals for you. September, healing, cleanse, full, whole, fit, strength. Awesome. Good. Good. So as we're moving into October, I want you to focus your energy on the sacral chakra, the hips. Now, this is also a very potent place to receive information from, especially because it has to do with how we're relating to ourselves. It's how we are relating to others or relationships. So closing your eyes, taking your awareness to the left hip socket, letting the energy flood there, asking your higher self to open the energy into the left hip socket. Again, releasing tension, releasing resistance to your higher path, soothing any older versions of you that are hanging on, moving to the right hip socket, letting your higher self connect to the right hip socket, releasing any tension and resistance to opportunities, releasing resistance to love and relationships, releasing resistance to how you relate to yourself. Asking yourself, what is the energy like for me in the month of September? What do I see? What is your higher self showing you sensations, feelings, actions for the month of October? What type of energy is flowing through the hips here? Moving mountains, confidence, lightweight. Good. Thank you, Jen. Now as we're moving deeper into October, you know, that energy, it's like, what, Halloween, the veil's usually a little thin, busy chaos for Jody, okay? White and pink. Perfect. So if you get color, I'm going to go into that later for colors and shapes. But if you're into the month of October now, drop your awareness down again into the hips and feel into that deeper connection into the hip space. Now simultaneously, I want you to connect and bring this little white cord of energy, or this stream of energy from the hips, this white light from the hips, channel it all the way up through the heart space, through the throat, into the third eye, pouring again out onto the screen in front of your brow space. Gray, tightness. Waves of lights. October, open, flexible, relaxation of rigidity, surrender. Good. Thank you, David. So what is coming through for you for the later part of October? So the energy from the hips channeling up through the heart, out through the brow, into the third eye space, onto your screen that you've activated. So as we're moving into woman, and the frame shows up again. Okay. So I'm going to ask you, if you have repetitive stuff coming up, that's probably going to be part of your theme. Turtles and snails plus slow down. Good. That's funny. So November. Hi, my intention for this year is to be consistent and grateful. Hi, Jennifer. Travel by plane is what you brought through. Wow. Perfect. Thank you. Happiness, smile, peace, serenity. Awesome. So we're getting into our last 2 months, November, December. If you're just jumping on, don't worry. The replay is going to be here after this. I'm going to go into questions, any answers, and then I'm going to do a live channeling for the year. You guys have been with me for like an hour. Thank you. I keep getting a heavenly beach scene, sunset, waves on a beach, surf. October, gray sky, ready to rest, fulfilled, train power, flowing, sturdy, steady, consistently, power, knowing, receiving. Good. That's awesome. Moving into the month of November, take your awareness now between the left and right temple. And I want you to think about, again, the influence of your higher self moving into the psyche, the subconscious mind. We're going to ask our subconscious mind to open, give us permission to act, change, shift. If you're meeting any resistance, reinforce it by giving yourself permission to open and release at the subconscious level, pulling in white light from the left temporal region, pulling in light from the right temporal region. So light is funneling and channeling through the left and right temples into the brow space, reaching, using your mental energy, softening the brow space, asking your higher self, what is the energy like for me in the month of November? And ask to see a picture. Now again, moving into the energy of the later part of November. What comes through for the later part of November? Gray sky, ready to rest, fulfilled, train. Welcome. So our last month is December. We're going to take our awareness back to the solar plexus. You guys are doing amazing. Seriously, this is really good exercise, and you're kind of learning, okay, what am I navigating through this year? How does my intention kind of match up, and how can I receive more information? And again, it's supposed to be more organic and flowy in nature. Red flowers, thank you. Phoenix rising, awesome. I see a gal sitting, leaning against a wall, feet propped up against facing wall, watching busy bees around her. That's beautiful. It sounds so relaxing. Christy laying down, looking at sky through trees. That sounds very playful. October and November, I am only seeing colors. Okay, that's good. Are you writing down the colors? Make sure you write down the colors, because they do have significance, but I'm not going to ask you to like Google what does this color mean. I'm going to ask you to ask the colors what they mean, because you're channeling. And sometimes if you're just getting like really flowy, organic, like just shapes or colors, everything, like you're still, it's still being written. November intertwines ribbons, strings, white, then a single strong white cord. Interesting. Where does the cord connect, or where does it go to? So into the energy of December, take your awareness again to the solar plexus, the space between the heart space and the navel. Feeling into your higher self, the energy of your higher self. You've been activated. Pulling your higher self through. We're going to ask our power center to expand even more, widen through the body. Seeing a ball of light in the solar plexus area, expanding it out through the body. And inside, deep, 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 deep inside, we're unlocking and opening our power center to the highest dimensional frequency our body can handle. Allow that energy to now flood down through the crown space, through the heart, into the solar plexus region, connecting us deeper to our soul through the solar plexus. What is the energy for December? Cord is looped at the top, ends hang down through the body, Ankh-like, but without the cross. Interesting. So again, staying connected to the opening in your solar plexus, what is the energy like for the later part of December? Perfect. Now that we've finished forecasting, you guys, it took an hour. Now that we're done forecasting and you're open, we've gone through some activations through this exercise. I want you to now come back to the energy. Close your eyes, opening up and receiving light frequencies through the brow space. Ask to invite in the playfulness of your spirit. Let it flow down through the chakra system, down through the hips, through the feet. Any worries, any anxieties, any doubts, anything holding you back, pull the light frequencies through the brow space, just washing over the first layers of your energy field, around your skin, around your auric field, just deactivating any resistance to your higher path. Taking your right hand back to your heart, your left hand back to the navel. Asking for your personal power, that every step through each day is a baby step to your higher path, and that you know the way. And rest in that. Let your mind attune to the mind of your soul, your inner being. Let your emotions cleanse. Visualize any heaviness, anything you've been carrying, white light, and your higher self coming through, just detaching it, sending it back to source. Creating more energetic alignment for your intention through this year, as well as the guidance you've received through your higher path, through your higher self. Take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale out. Now I want to spend some time answering any questions, just probably about 5 minutes, quick questions, anything that I can answer for you guys. Some of you guys got colors and shapes rather than like any sort of concrete information. So did I, so don't worry about that. Colors and shapes, it's more going to be like the organic flow of what's going to be activating in your energy body. Again, we're in for like you guys, the whole ascension and you know, higher path of our spiritual awakening is just about, you know, we're constantly going to be shifting. That's not ever going to get old or be new, but we're going, the purpose of our inner being and peeling back these layers for basically the rest of our life is coming to a deep union with our essence. And our essence has no name. It's purity, it's love, and each of us have our own path and our own way of connecting. So the colors and the organic shapes, that's really great that you were able to bring that through, because that is part of that feminine essence, as well as you know, these higher spectrums of light, again, of frequency, another like higher dimension, and how that is going to be working itself in your life. So if you got colors or shapes, there's a couple things that you can do. You can, ask again. I'm not going to go into it for this video. I know some of you guys got to go to bed, but you can ask and receive information, asking that part of the multiverse, if you will, that spectrum of consciousness, what it is, what is it doing for you, how can you use it. So ask some of those questions. It also could be geometric shapes, activations, things that you're going to be working with as far as like your spirit, your spiritual bodies, your emotional bodies, your mental bodies, and also how those light frequencies can be activating the physical at the cellular level. Any questions? And then I'm going to do a quick live channeling, and if you want, you can write down some keywords. I haven't, done anything like this, I don't think, ever live, ever. So I'm going to do that for you guys. How do I open to receive better? I get huge waves of energy randomly. I so far have not been able to open to speak with it, for the lack of better words. The energy is so strong, I spasm when I sit or lie down. So is this like just energy in general, or receiving in general? Because sometimes when we're integrating very strong frequencies, our nervous system does respond. We can have like little like energy shakes, if you will. Same thing, just like how a muscle releases if you're getting a massage or if you're working out or something like that. But Chrissy, let me know what you mean. How do you receive better? But essentially, receiving, I think that's a lesson for all of us. We are we're learning to put ourselves first, right? And receiving, sometimes it might be easy for you to get in water. Water is going to open up your feminine energy. A bath is going to open up your feminine energy. Start there. But allowing your brain frequency to really slow down is going to help you. Having some difficulty coming out of the white, green, orange, red, safe feelings from being in tune with my higher self. I want to keep it alive always. Is that safe? What do you mean? Is it safe to keep connected with your higher self? Let me know. I got beautiful starry nights for December. This was so relaxing. I was falling asleep. It feels like tuning a radio, but I don't know how. Okay, so it sounds like where you're at is you are in the space, and again, this is experiences for all of us, especially if you're working through bringing in higher energies into your body, into your mind, and influencing your daily life. Your body eventually adjusts. And when we are integrating higher frequencies into the body, there's the release of the lower vibrations, right? So you will literally shake it out through your nervous system. So that is your tuning. That is you tuning your energy or your frequencies. Yes, to always stay connected. It is definitely safe to stay connected to your higher self. Now, what matters is receiving the information, that really nice feel good space, and then the action. That's how we work through this, you guys. We receive the information, we feel it, we integrate, but I don't want to say hardwire, but in a way we cultivate a new pattern by the action. Okay, so if there are any other questions, just put them below. I'm gonna channel real quick for the collective consciousness through the year. So as I'm looking at January, I see that right now we are so this may or may not make sense to you guys, but there's around the 2nd, so that's tomorrow. Around the 2nd, there's a beginning of a portal energy that's going to be opening for us, and this is going to correlate with the heart space and the brow space. So there's a lot of silver tones that are going to be coming in for the collective consciousness, and what this means is we're going to be tuning in our higher hearts, and this looks like it's going to be a cycle, a period from January into the early June. So many of us are going to be tuning our high heart space and pulling this down into our daily life. It looks like it would be beneficial for all of us to write this down. So however this looks for you, I'm receiving to tell everybody, again, whether it's this call or you're catching this video sometime else, to continue to write. Spirit wants to work through us. The way that we can understand this is going to be through communication. So for the focus for February for the collective consciousness is going to be upper back body heart healing. So we're going to be working through waves of forgiveness in the heart space and opening up in a way that we have not before. This looks like the influence for the planet for February is going to be a really big release. It's not this very hard release, how painful releases can be. This is more of wow, I can breathe again for the collective consciousness in the month of February. Again, dealing with matters of the heart, but it's again most of the past. So the collective consciousness, it looks like we're going to be releasing the past in the heart space, again located in the upper back body. I'm also seeing, as I'm reading the energy for the collective, it also looks like the water needs help cleansing and clearing the life force and the life in the ocean. So all of our healers, please, do your work in channeling Reiki energy, great thoughts, intentions into the oceans. That looks like there's can be some stimulation from the Earth Mother there. As I'm moving into March, it looks like for March, for a lot of us, we're having another shift in the root chakra. So this root chakra stimulation for us is very similar to the month of September in 2019. So there could be some sort of parallel going on. I'm not an astrologer, but sometimes when I read collective energies, or astrologers will say, hey Kira, like that was really on point or whatever, or yeah, that like aligns with the stars. So if you're an astrologer and if this makes sense to you, go to the charts and read the charts. But it looks like, you know, the information coming through right now, the stimulation in the third month is going to be very similar to what we just processed in September. So whatever you were processing in September, it could mirror your lessons in March. This is also going to push up a lot of our natural healing abilities. It's almost like the collective is going to start, like, I'm snapping, like waking up again to, okay, like this is what it means to be in communion with the earth. This is what it means to walk with the medicine of the earth. So there could be some sort of renaissance coming as far as, you know, creating a deeper connection with the earth medicine. And when I say that loosely, I mean, you know, I kind of feel, now this is personally, I'm not channeling right now, personally, Kiraology here, I kind of feel like each and every one of us has spiritual healing gifts. Each and every one of us is some sort of healer to some degree. We all work differently. It's just a matter of figuring out what your strengths are and honing in on that. So the energy of March, that stimulation in the root chakra for the earth energy to push up through us, March, April. April, I'm seeing a lot of pink. This is more around the 13th through the 22nd, 23rd. There's a lot of pink energy coming through, a lot of angelic influence. So it looks like as we raise our vibrations, it makes it easier for us to pull in the heavenly realms, the celestial realms, if you will. And in March, I'm seeing a lot of pink energy come through for us. It's like there's a lot of angelic influence. So those of you guys who work with angels, or you're just learning about how to work with the angelic guides, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for us to kind of rediscover this connection. So angelic influence. I'm not taking notes, so if you're taking notes, let me know. Maybe give me your notes if you're taking notes on this. Where am I at? March, April. April. Okay, so getting into April, I'm seeing timeline splits. Now, timeline splits happen. They happen, okay? So timeline splits I'm seeing in the month of April into May, like that second week of April is where it starts, like it starts triggering. So this is going to be soul growth through soul families. This is going to be growth through birth families. This is going to be if we come to like a crossroads in our life. The month of April is going to start triggering like timeline splits, so that way we can kind of quicken any lessons that we're going to be learning that April, May, I'm seeing the same thing, kind of like another like veil lift for us in the month of May. So it looks like at the beginning of May we all kind of like pass through like some sort of rites of passage, if you will. Like all the work that we've been doing is kind of like coming up to this peak point for April. So you know, to use what you've done to forecast, and then, you know, see how this kind of correlates. The month of April is going to be timeline split. So I'm seeing a lot of love. I'm seeing a lot of like really, I don't want to use this word at all because it's like such a buzzword and it gets like so taken out of context, but I'm seeing like these divine feminine masculine energies coming together in May. So this is like twin flame stuff, but not like, you know, you and another person, like you with you, like you and your heart. Like May is going to be really good for our masculine and feminine energies balancing. And I'm kind of, actually, now that I think about it, I wrote a post about it the other day, not kind of thinking that how it was related, but I was just like, anyway, just like, whoa, I was writing about this the other day because I was channeling the other day. Anyway, so in May, I'm seeing that the masculine and feminine within starts naturally balancing through this rites of passage. So the collective consciousness in the month of May is we're going to start understanding, you know, our inner masculine feminine traits. in May, June. Okay, so into June, I'm seeing a lot of water, a lot of emotional purging, a lot of there's again, it's like you guys, another wave of a lightening period for all of us, which is going to be really, really great for the collective. So water elements could be activated. Water element is usually associated with your sacral chakra, purification, anything like that. Again, also associated with the womb. There could be some womb healing going on for our brothers and sisters. As far as July, July, it looks like rest. It looks like a very similar, you know how the month of December we needed a lot of rest? It looks like for the month of July, there's going to be a resting period. Like there could be like a pause, like the universe is like, hey guys, chill out, press pause. This is where you need to be right now in the moment. You're not doing, you're just going inward. August, I'm seeing a lot of yellow, a lot of flowers, the flower of the daisy and the sunflower come up. This is only significant, I'm hearing, because it allows us to get in touch with our inner child. So there could be some inner child healing coming through the month of August. It also looks like more play, more like innocent play coming through for us in the month of August. So September, I'm seeing another timeline split, you guys. In the month of September, there could be some release, a little bit of loss, and I'm not meaning loss like as far as death. It just means like, okay, like I've learned this lesson, I'm letting it go, and sometimes when I let shit go, there's a grieving period, right? And so that is what I'm seeing that the collective is going to be releasing. October, wow. Okay, so October, I see the collective consciousness move, like, we do like another pull-up. I call them pull-ups, like energetic pull-ups, I don't know. But I'm seeing that the lower aspects of the fourth dimension in this space, and again, I'll go through the dimensions, or I talk about it on my YouTube channel, especially like the earlier videos if you want to dive into that. But the fourth dimension is going to be like time-space connection. So in the month of October, I'm seeing that the collective consciousness we've been doing so much work, and I'm seeing, again, you guys, like, this is not set in stone. This is just me just reading from this point in time. So I hope this helps someone, but it looks like the collective consciousness is we're upgrading again. We're aligning with unity consciousness. We're really like starting to get it. And again, like not what the media is broadcasting to us, more of our connections with one another. November, it looks like for some reason I'm seeing fox. And again, like those later months get a little bit challenging because everything just gets so shifty. So November, it looks like the collective consciousness is going to, you know those synchronicities, like when 1111 got really popular, or angel numbers got really popular in the like metaphysical world. It looks like we're going to go through like another wave of like deja vu synchronicities, just really a really nice pace through life. So look for synchronicities, a lot of dream work. That's what I'm seeing. And then finally for the month of December at the collective level, I'm seeing another heart opening. It could look like we are going to be the collective is going to be processing some lower vibrations for the month of December this coming year. But it is kind of like a common month where there's a lot of release and heart stuff going on. So that's probably what I'm seeing as well. So pay attention to that. Again, I was just, live channeling, just kind of like skimming through. I really enjoy doing timeline readings. It usually helps people at the individual level. I enjoy it for the collective. I hope this helped you. I hope that these exercises helped you in some way. If you want to learn more, on the yoga of business, deepening your spiritual gifts, or if there's any way that I can serve you in your personal or professional life, reach out to me. I did. How interesting. Eva says, I did get a fox and deer for November and low vibrations for December. Interesting. Reach out to me because I am doing free strategy calls right now in my practice, my coaching practice. I've created something new. It's called Spectrum. It's a 1-year mastermind. It's basically the cheapest way that you can work with me, and it's specifically for healers and coaches, entrepreneurs who want to start a spiritual practice. So there's going to be weekly yoga, there's going to be energy healing, there's going to be business marketing, content creation, there's going to be mastering your spiritual gifts, feminine mysticism. Basically all of my work over the last 11 years, I've condensed it into 4 semesters, and there's an option to join me at a retreat. So it's a really awesome package that I've put together, something new. More than anything, you guys, I want to thank you very much for joining me this evening. You guys have hung out with me for almost 2 hours now. You guys are troopers. I hope that this helped you. I appreciate you being in this group with me and our connection. Again, and if there's any way that I can serve you, let me know in this group. This group is for you. If there's anything that I can do to help you in your personal, professional life, let me know. And again, you guys, don't forget that this is your group. You can share your gifts as well. And when I say gifts, I mean your professions. I mean your little quirky stuff that might help someone else on another path, on their path. But you did do what I did kind of weave in some activations. They were really fast. If you need to go back through this video, do that. Drink a lot of water, move through, kind of scan, mine is messy, but skim through your exercises that you did as you were forecasting through the year. And if you, this is kind of just like the tip of the iceberg. So if you want to learn more, and if there's any way that I can assist you again in your personal or professional life, growing your business, anchoring your gifts, committing to your calling, and succeeding on purpose, reach out to me because I do have free strategy calls going on right now. I love you. My name is Kira, and I'm happy to be connected with you. I want to know more about you and who you are. If you want to use this group to come out of the closet, maybe share with us about what you have going on in your life, do it. Okay? I love you. Happy New Year. Bye.